right, Coach, take a short opening statement. We'll go right into questions.
Good. Well, I think the goal that we had for this game was to try to reestablish our identity as a team in terms of the discipline that we played with and kind of toughness and accountability and everybody putting the team first. And I thought we got off to a little bit of a slow start in terms of our ability to execute, but not because of lack of effort or attitude. And I think as the game went on, we played better and better as the game went on. So obviously, I thought offensively, once we got going, we executed fairly well. I thought Tua played really well. I think third down was a big difference in the game. We actually were 6 for 9 in the first half on third down, which kept a lot of drives going. And the key to it on defense was we got some fourth down stops and we got off the field on third down. I think they were 3 for 12, or whatever. So it's a good win for us. I don't think one game sort of reestablishes anything. I think you got to do it over time, and I think you have to do it as a team, and everybody's got to buy into it. And hopefully this group has been good that way, and we certainly hope we can continue to improve and build on what we did out there tonight. There's obviously a lot of things that we can improve on, and that's certainly what we'll focus on here in the week to come.
All right, thank you, Coach. We'll go ahead and open up for questions. Raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. We'll start right here in the front row here on the left side.
Coach, just wanted to ask you your opinion on how you thought overall the offensive line played. I know there was you substituted pretty freely there in the second half, but how did you think they played overall?
Well, we knew this was going to be a difficult task for us up front. This team is a little quicker and do a lot of stunning and plugging backers, which we knew would cause some problems for us in the running game. We thought they may give us some negative plays, but we also thought we might spit some runs. I would have to say that we need to do better, up front, probably on a consistent basis. I think pass protection was pretty good for the most part, and we were able to operate and get the ball in a lot of playmakers' hands on the perimeter, and that was, the difference in the game. So, there's obviously things that I'm sure when we watch the film, every player is going to say we could do better, and I don't think it'll be any different up front.
Okay, second one here, also on the left side in the second row.
Hello, Coach. I wanted to get you comment real quick on two players. First, how did you feel Tua did? And secondly, your freshman kicker was very busy. How did you feel Will did?
Well, first of all, Tua, I thought, played really well in the game because he took what the defense gave. There was a couple times that he probably could have thrown the ball when he handed it off, probably down distance-wise. And, it was probably one of the worst things we did is have 2nd and 1 with 3 minutes to go in the half, not be able to convert on 3rd and 1 after a bad play on 2nd and 1, and gave them the ball back, and they went 2 minutes and got you never want to give the other team the ball back, whether you score or not. You don't want to give the team the ball back, before the half. And that was probably something that wasn't great that we did on offense, not necessarily Tua's fault, but I thought he played well in the game. He usually plays well when he's patient and takes what the defense gives. So I was pleased. And Will did great. He kicked a lot of touchbacks, which shows his leg strength. I think he hit both field goals that he hit. He really hit well. Just a little unlucky that both of them hit the pole. But hopefully he'll be able to gain confidence and improve on that in the future.
Okay, next question. We're going to go straight down the middle of the aisle in the back, Coach.
Coach, you talk about that slow start to the team there. Was that due to something dealing with that it's the first game of the season, mishaps, chemistry, timing, or was it that their defense was just playing that good?
Well, I think their defense was playing really well. So, but I also think that we were probably, not firing on all cylinders for whatever reasons, maybe a little anxiety with some of the new players. And, we had a couple players that weren't playing early in the game, so we had some young players playing at some positions. But, first game jitters, I'm not making excuses for anybody. We need to be able to start fast and finish strong, and we'll certainly look into it. And but I'm sure that when we look at the film, it's going to be because of a lack of execution, whether it's fundamental footwork or however we block people or didn't block people, or and as the game wore on, I thought we did a little better job of that.
Okay, over here on the left side in the fourth row, right here.
Yeah, I know you haven't had the benefit of watching the film, but just your immediate reaction of Shane Lee and Kristian Harris on just how they handled the moment.
Well, I think they did a good job. There was a couple things that we sort of, made some errors on. But for the most part, for the first game, for both of these guys, both being true freshmen, I thought they made a lot of good plays. And we got some things thrown at us early in the game that was totally different. Sort of the double wing, sort of almost wishbone type stuff. We'd never practiced that before, and but they did a good job adapting to the run reads, and they did a pretty good job in coverage for the most part. So I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of things that they'll grow and learn from this experience, and but I was pretty pleased for the first time out.
Okay, next question here on the left side on the aisle.
The two tight end sets were kind to you. Two tight ends caught touchdowns today. Just what did you think of that matchup with Duke, and how did they kind of present something difficult for them to defend?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
But the two tight end sets you used and got some success with those, what kind of matchup did that present Duke, and why do you think it worked for you?
Well, they're a 4-2-5 team, which means they play nickel all the time. Sometimes when you have the ability to play some bigger guys on the edges, it is helpful. But that's something that we've always done. I think that's an area of our team that we definitely need to continue to improve, the tight end position, because we don't have really much experience at that position. So hopefully we'll be able to continue to utilize those things and play physical style up front that we'd like to be able to play, which, we did at times today, but at times we weren't what we needed to be.
Okay, time for a couple more. We're going to go over here on the right side, about 3/4 of the way back, Coach.
Coach, could you give us an injury update? I know Jerry left after getting
Jerry's
done.
fine. He just had some cramps. I think Emo probably has a little bit of a knee injury. I don't think it's a real bad thing. He may be out for a week or two, but I don't think it's something really bad. It's something that he's had before. So most of the time those things are, not that significant, but we'll give him an MRI and check him out and make sure.
Okay, we're going to take two more right here, third row on the left.
Could you please comment on the play calling that Sark did, and how it seemed, Jerry Jeudy in particular seemed to have a big night, in part because of it?
Well, I think that Sark did a good job in the game. You never know how first games are going to go. I think we started out a little bit, maybe trying to run the ball, and then, we just decided, hey, the way they're playing, we're going to have to throw the ball on first down and get the ball to our playmakers' hands on the perimeter and make them play on the perimeter. And, when we started doing that, I think that, those guys made a lot of plays. And Jerry obviously played well in the game, but, we think we have 4 or 5 guys at that position that can make plays, and hopefully we'll utilize all their skill set, here in the games to come.
Okay, last question right over here, standing up against the wall on the left side.
Just wonder what happened on the play where you got the 15-yard penalty with the officials.
Undisciplined, one of the things that we wanted to establish here was discipline, and the coach did a poor job in his leadership of setting a good example for how you're supposed to be disciplined. But I guess, my reaction was, the kids are having fun. All right, so the guy intercepts the ball, and everybody jumps up and down on the sidelines, and we get a flag. So my reaction to that was, the kids are having fun. All right, but I deserved it. I'm not making any excuses for it. It's the first time it's happened. I don't remember the last time it happened, but it's been a long time. So, but I'll learn something from that too.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.